If you can read, volunteer. Help someone who can't.
The readers of the Washington Journalism Review have chosen the best in the business. Ted Koppel, Best Interviewer. Sam Donaldson, Best Correspondent. Peter Jennings, tied for Best Anchor. We knew it all along. ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
My, Wile E. Coyote's using the Donnelly directory again. It's a complete, colorful yellow pages that's better and easier to use. Oh, no. The Donnelly directory with street maps, white pages, and entertainment guides. It's a better yellow pages. Saved again. The Donnelly directory. It's the yellow pages and much, much more.
It's me, Monty. Look, how many years have we known each other? Have I ever offered you a deal on seafood? No, and you know why? There never was one until now. Because at Bonanza restaurants, you can get a dinner of all the tender golden shrimp you can eat, only $6.99, plus a free trip to Bonanza's Fresh-Tastics food bar, and all you can eat Bonanza in itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the deal lives on.
WHTM-TV 27, Harrisburg. From the heart of Pennsylvania, here's Jim Morris with tonight's news. The Janelle Selson Weather Outlook. And the John Reppert Sports Report. This is 27 News Tonight.
Good evening. Authorities have released the name of a Cumberland County woman they believe was murdered. And police tonight are on the lookout for a suspect in the case. The victim is identified as 22-year-old Brenda Oldham. Her body was discovered Saturday afternoon in her apartment on the Carlisle Pike in Silver Spring Township after she failed to show up for work. 23-year-old Stephen Eugene Irvin is wanted in connection with her death. Irvin is a white man, 5 feet 10 inches tall, 160 pounds, with brown eyes and hair. He's on parole after being convicted of at least 2 other violent crimes in the Carlisle area. Irvin was last seen around 1:30 this morning in Swadera Township. He's considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is asked to call the emergency 911 telephone number or your local police. An autopsy today revealed nothing suspicious about the death of a Camp Hill man found in a college fraternity house Saturday. Snyder County Coroner Harold Hassinger says the death of 22-year-old Keen White appears to be alcohol-related. White's body was found in a frat house on the Susquehanna University campus. He graduated from the school last year and reportedly was on campus for a Friday night party. A horrible spectacle in New York City today. 7 people are dead, another 25 injured from a fire at a high-rise apartment building. Authorities say 3 of those killed jumped from the top floor 34 stories up to avoid being burned to death. Authorities believe a cigarette tossed into a garbage chute is the cause. Lancaster authorities say a lack of adult supervision may have contributed to the death of a young boy killed in a fire last night. Denise Downer reports.
Residents of the 300 block of Fulton Street in Lancaster stood around in amazement today. Their neighbor's house at 314 Fulton was destroyed in a fire last night.
Oh my God, the flames were shooting out the front door halfway across the pavement. Just like a blowtorch, a big blowtorch, you know, just flew.
The Perdues, a family of 5, lived in this house. The 3 children were alone inside when the fire started. Fire officials say the youngest child, 3-year-old William Jr., was playing with matches on the first floor. The children ran to the second floor and were trapped.
The rescue attempts on the second floor were done quite quickly and successfully. They revived the people, got them out. They all were breathing when they took them to the hospital. However, probably due to too much smoke and complications, the young boy died.
Fire officials say the boy died of smoke inhalation. The other 2 children are hospitalized in fair condition.
The deputy fire chief says there appears to be a rash of fires in the city that have been accidentally started by children. For instance, there was one earlier today on Plum Street.
The fire at 814 Plum started on the second floor. A 4-year-old boy was playing with a cigarette lighter. 2 families lived here. Everyone inside escaped unharmed. But not every fire has a happy ending. That's evident within the ashes on Fulton Street. Denise Downer, 27 News, Lancaster.
Elsewhere in Lancaster County, fire destroyed 6 condominiums that were under construction. The early morning blaze has been labeled suspicious. There were no injuries. Property damage is estimated at around $400,000. The properties are owned by a Harrisburg area developers who say they'll rebuild immediately. They're offering a $3,000 reward for information leading to the conviction of whoever started that fire. Anyone with information should call Lancaster State Police at 299-7650. Fire left a family of 4 homeless in York County today. A mobile home was destroyed by the blaze in the Miller's Skyview Trailer Park off Ridge Road in Newbury Township. Fire officials say the fire started around noon. No one was home at the time. Officials believe an electrical malfunction is responsible. When 27 News Tonight returns, the vice president recovers from a potentially damaging presidential remark.
Factory incentives mean your Subaru dealer has up to $1,200 to make great deals on great wheels. So right now is the time to make a great deal on select models at your Subaru dealer.
For the lowest price and payments possible, finance or lease by April 2nd.
These men are identical twins, but there's one big difference between them: their jobs. That's why this man can buy life and health insurance at lower cost than his brother, who does more hazardous work. Basing premiums on risk makes it possible to give you the fairest life and health insurance rates possible. It's a principle that works for us all. The lower your risk, the lower your premium.
You're about to witness the most extraordinary event in the history of tea drinking. Look closely. Do you see it? This is new Sonata Sweetened Tea. The very first tea bag that combines a choice blend of fine orange pekoe teas with just the right touch of NutraSweet. For a perfectly sweetened cup of tea every time, with no sugar and just 1 little calorie.
That's a lot of tea.
That's new Sonata Sweetened Tea, with perfect sweetness in every bag.
Announcing special factory offers on Jeep Cherokees and Wagoneers. Get up to $700 cash back on a 2- or 4-wheel drive Cherokee. You can use the cash as a down payment, or get 2.9 financing or $500 cash back on selected Jeep Comanches. See your dealer for details.
See the Renault Jeep Performers at your 5 state dealers now.
You're watching 27 News Tonight with Jim Morris.
Some people love rock music, and others can do without it. In the latter category, a group of teenagers and their parents in New Jersey who spent last night burning records, and tapes of rock and roll music. The group says rock lyrics promote homosexuality, adultery, child abuse, suicide, and other evils. One counter-demonstrator, a teenage boy, was asked to leave the ceremony for making noises. He refused and was arrested. It appeared Vice President George Bush was wounded by President Reagan's remark at the end of his press conference last week. The president said Bush did not object to the selling of arms to Iran. But then on Friday, a White House official said the vice president did express reservations in his conversations with Reagan on the matter. ABC's Carol Simpson caught up with the vice president today in South America.
During a quick visit to earthquake-ravaged Ecuador, Vice President Bush, in his first public comment on the matter, said he's glad his role in the Iranian arms scandal has been clarified.
The president's statement speaks for itself. I was totally satisfied with it. I expressed my reservations to him, as he knows and as he confirmed. And I don't go into detail about what I told the president and when I told it to him, but I was very pleased that the White House cleared it up so well, because there did appear for a fleeting moment to be some misunderstanding.
At his press conference in Quito, following a briefing by government officials on the death and destruction caused by the earthquakes, the vice president was peppered with questions, even by Ecuadorian reporters, not about the disaster, but about Iran. Bush denied reports that last week's events further damaged him politically.
The truth will out, And tomorrow it'll be something else. And so just to be patient and have faith. And sure enough, it took about 12 hours, and the matter was resolved to everybody's satisfaction.
When a Spanish-speaking reporter wanted to know if Iran-gate, like Watergate, would bring down a president and a vice president, Bush was emphatic.
I confidently said, no way.
Vice President Bush came to Ecuador at President Reagan's bidding to give support to the earthquake victims. He leaves here at his own bidding to gain some political support for himself in Texas and North Carolina. Carol Simpson, ABC News, Quito, Ecuador.
Just ahead on 27 News tonight, Janelle Stelson and the forecast to start the work week.
America's luxury car leader presents the distinctively styled Cadillac Brougham, America's longest production car, with supreme comfort and convenience for 6 adults. The classic Brougham also provides a responsive V8 for reassuring power and a new, longer 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty.
All this at a lower price and higher resale value than its major domestic competitor.
See your Cadillac Super Network dealer during the 5th anniversary countdown.
Hi, I just moved in next door. Could I borrow a Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Be right with you.
When you go all out for taste, the taste to go out for is Diet Pepsi.
You okay in there?
Here's a Diet Pepsi.
Thanks. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. Diet Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
The new Pennsylvania Lottery Instant Games now have a grand prize drawing every Saturday night on live television. And you can win at home. 5 finalists are drawn each week from claimed free tickets received the week before. Then, when this wheel spins, one finalist can win up to $1 million. It could be you. So, for cash prizes up to $50,000 instantly, plus free tickets that could lead to $1 million each week, play Fortune Spin.
Grand Slam savings. Why more Pennsylvania car buyers bought more new Pontiacs last week, and why your Pontiac pace setters are extending these offers through this week. Our biggest discounts of the year. Highest trade-in allowances. 3.9% GNAC financing on every new Pontiac in stock. Or get up to $1,200 cash back. Cash back you can use as a down payment for lower monthly payments. Bonneville's, Grand Dams, Firebird, Sunbird. Hurry to your Pontiac pace setters. Grand Slam savings. Extended now through Saturday only.
You're watching 27 News tonight, featuring Janelle Stelson with weather.
Perfect night for astronomers tonight.
That's right, astronomers or romance. If you like those stars, you should be out there. It's gorgeous.
That's me thinking scientifically instead of from the heart like that.
Yeah, well, that's me thinking from the heart instead of the head. In any event, whether you're an astronomer or whatever, you can enjoy tonight. Clear skies, beautiful stars out, and we're expecting more beautiful weather tomorrow. Today we got all the way up to 55 degrees, just a couple degrees above the normal high of 52. And on the low end, 42 degrees, 9 above the normal low of 33. Right now in downtown Harrisburg, we have clear skies. The temperature hasn't fallen off much at about 48 degrees. Humidity on the upswing at 66%. Winds from the north at 4. They're dying down. The barometer is slightly above 30 inches and rising. The Susquehanna, as you see it in the background at sunset, is 4.77 and stationary. Our 11 o'clock satellite tonight shows clear skies across the Commonwealth and most of the Northeast. That storm that hung around for the last couple days moving out over the Atlantic. In behind it, this high-pressure system will continue to bring us good weather through Tuesday. It's expanding and moving closer to Pennsylvania, and we are also getting some mild temperatures pushing up from the south. But take a look at this. The national satellite is what really tells the story. There's a huge storm system stretching all the way from Minnesota on down through Arizona. It's got a lot of snow associated with it, colder temperatures, some thunderstorms out ahead of it. They are getting hail. They are getting heavy, heavy winds. They've got just about every kind of bad weather you can imagine, and unfortunately that's headed straight for us. By tomorrow you can see its progress, pushes further to the east. Thunderstorms stay out ahead of it. We are expecting it to die down a little bit by the time it reaches us. Should hit sometime Wednesday, and when it does, it will probably rain through Friday. But for tomorrow, we're safe. That high sticks around, and we will also have those mild temperatures. Tonight, temperatures not too bad, 30s across Pennsylvania and most of the Northeast. And then tomorrow, take a look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll have 50s to the north, 60s in the south, and around here. Should be a very, very pleasant day. Right now, everything from the 30s up to 50. The cool spot, Erie at 35, and the hot spot way down in the southeast corner in Philly at 50 degrees. The weather watchers say it looks like this right now. New Oxford reporting 38 degrees from Dawn Kemp. Howard, thanks for calling in late Sunday night. 33 in Newport, 43 degrees outside the Channel 27 studios. For the rest of tonight, mostly clear skies with lows right around 35 and a light breeze from the north. And then tomorrow, take a look at this. Sunny and pleasant. What more could you ask for? Highs in the low 60s and a nice light breeze. And then tomorrow night, clear skies, another beautiful one. Lows in the mid-30s. And Tuesday, mostly sunny skies and highs in the low 60s once again. And for the extended forecast, sorry for the bad news, but Wednesday through Friday don't look too good right now. Rain all 3 days and highs in the 50s. So tomorrow morning, all you'll need for work or school is a light jacket or sweater and your sunglasses.
Okay, we'll take your word for it. If you go out there and freeze tomorrow, we know who to blame.
Not me. It's going to be nice.
Okay. All right. When 27 News Tonight continues, John Reppitz has the story of a local basketball coach who must reapply for his job. And he'll also take a look at the final two pieces to the Final Four puzzle.
Factory incentives mean your Subaru dealer has up to $1,200 to make great deals on great wheels. So right now is the time to make a great deal on select models at your Subaru dealer.
For the lowest price and payments possible, finance or lease by April 2nd.
It's a comfortable feeling. This feeling is good. A nice, secure feeling to be understood.
Year after year, Nationwide Life Insurance gives blanket protection for you and those you love. And that's a good feeling.
A warm, special feeling. A feeling of pride. A feeling of knowing that you're on my side. Nationwide is on your side.
Would you care to attend the dance with me? Julie, this is Steve. Steven. Julie, want to go to the dance? Steve. Steve, in biology. You will? You sure?
Whenever you need us, we'll be there.
Recently, Volkswagen announced factory air at no charge on select Golf GLs and Jettas.
Wow, they're throwing in air conditioning? What a great deal. I've got to make sure everyone knows about this. I've got it. Lummis, bring me every phone book you can find. That's right, folks. I'm going to call each and every one of you personally. No, don't go sell a Jetta, will you? Oh, this is stupendous, absolutely stupendous. Hello, Abalone Association of America?
Don't wait for Ronnie's call. Save $740 at your participating Volkswagen dealer.
You're watching 27 News Tonight with John Reppitz on sports.
Local high school basketball coach maybe on thin ice tonight.
It's always kind of a shock. You know, you think your job is secure, but the way things go, obviously the school district says, well, let's see what else we could do. He's turned out some great teams and some great players, namely Rod Brooken. But Channel 27 has learned that Steel High basketball coach Jack Horner will have to reapply for his job next season. Superintendent Dr. Carolyn Dumoulin told me tonight that the school board decided on Thursday to reopen the head coaching position and seek candidates from outside the school district. Since all coaching contracts in the district are for 1 year, this is a legal move, and Horner can reapply. Now, Horner told me in a phone conversation tonight that he was totally surprised by the move and was given no reason for the action. The Rollers were 12-11 this past regular season, but finished third in Mid-Penn Division I. His teams have compiled a 105-51 record in his last 6 years at Steel High. Horner said he heard rumors over the last few years that he was going to be let go, and now maybe those rumors finally caught up with him. Horner says he does intend to reapply for the position. College basketball, the Final Four is now set. One semifinal matchup will have top-ranked Nevada-Las Vegas taking on Indiana, while Providence will meet Syracuse in the other. The Friars and Orangemen were upset winners yesterday. Today, UNLV had to come up with a remarkable second-half comeback to avoid the upset at the hands of Iowa. Now, Jerry Tarkanian must have thought he was a prisoner. His Rebels were at the mercy of the Hawkeyes. First half action, Roy Marble gets the screen and scores on the alley-oop. And then some nice passing results in an easy bucket inside for Ed Horton, and Iowa had themselves a 16-point lead at halftime. But the second half was a different story. Freddie Banks bombs away from three-point land to start a 24-2 run by the Rebels. Gerald Patio from long range. This bucket cut the lead to just 4. And then Patio again from the corner, and Nevada-Las Vegas found themselves in the lead. Now, Iowa had 2 chances late in the game, but the lob to a wide-open Brad Lojas goes off the backboard. And then, with time running out, Kevin Gamble misses at the buzzer, and Nevada-Las Vegas hangs on to win it by a final of 84-81. Now, LSU almost crashed the Final Four for the second straight year. In the Midwest Regional Final, the Tigers looked like a shoo-in late in the game against Indiana, but the Hoosiers came up with a comeback of their own to win it by just a single point. Now, early in the second half, LSU took control. This is Jose Vargas hitting the turnaround, and the Tigers had a 10-point lead. Then Anthony Wilson hits a long 2-pointer, and they still had a 9-point lead, still in control. But then Indiana started to get on track. Dean Garrett converts this miss inside. That cut the lead to 7 points. And then Joe Hillman came off the bench. He scores and is fouled. The 3-point play cut it to just 4 points. Now, after some foul shots, Darryl Thomas will miss in the closing seconds, but Ricky Callaway follows it up, and Indiana has a 1-point lead. Now, in the closing seconds, LSU has one last chance, but Nikita Wilson will miss from inside the paint, and Indiana hangs on to win it. The final score was 77-76. Today in the NBA, New Jersey traveled to Boston. Now, there's a great matchup for you. The Nets have lost as many games as the Celtics have won this season. As you could imagine, Boston won it, and they now lead the Nets by a mere 30 games in the standings. Watch this. Larry Bird to Danny Ainge to Robert Parrish, who misses, but Kevin McHale is right there to put it in. Now watch this. Dennis Johnson to Ainge. Great pass underneath the Bird. He finished with 40 points on the afternoon. Now Bird tries to get fancy off the long alley-oop. It's going to go off the glass, but right to Kevin McHale, who puts it up and in. Boston won it easily, 116-104. Other NBA action, Portland edged Chicago by 2. San Antonio leads the Clippers at the half. The Lakers lead Sacramento after 1. With just 2 weeks left in the regular season, the Hershey Bears look like they are rounding into playoff form. The Bears have come up with 2 impressive wins in less than 24 hours. Last night they beat Rochester. This afternoon the Bears beat front-running Binghamton. The final in Binghamton was 6-2. The hero today was goalie John Kemp, who turned back 51 of 53 Whaler shots. Tim Tukey also had 2 goals today for the Bears. But they don't get some good news tonight because Baltimore shuts out Newmarket, so the Skipjacks are still 7 points behind in the race for the final playoff spot. 2 other games, Nova Scotia over Adirondack. It was Sherbrooke over Maine. NHL tonight, Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh 3-1, so the Flyers tie Edmonton for the overall point lead in the NHL. Washington knocked off Boston. The Rangers over Chicago. Watch it. Hartford over Los Angeles. Winnipeg over Vancouver. Buffalo edged Detroit. Tonight in Harrisburg, it was the regional championships of the Golden Gloves competition. Boxers from Central Pennsylvania took on boxers from Philadelphia, with the winners advancing to the state finals. In the 139-pound open class, Ronnie Hammonds of Philadelphia in the white shirt lands a series of punches against Mike Bradley of Westchester. Hammonds wins this one easily with a unanimous decision. Now moving on to the 165-pound open class. Tyrone Glover of Philadelphia in the blue shorts knocks out Harrisburg's John Watson in 1 minute 35 seconds. Tonight's winners move on to the state finals in Lancaster in April. In tennis action today, Jimmy Connors was upset in the finals of the Payne-Weber Classic in Florida. The winner, Christo van Rensburg, in 3 sets. Stefan Edberg beat John McEnroe in the finals of an event in the Netherlands, and Chris Everett Lloyd won the 149th tournament of her career. She defeated Pam Shriver in the Virginia Slims event down in Dallas. It was all Ben Crenshaw today during the final round of the USF&G Classic in New Orleans. Ben with a nice chip here on the 14th hole. He saved par thanks to that shot. Then the birdie putt on 15. He shot a 67 today to finish at 20 under par. 3 shots better than Curtis Strange. On the women's tour, Betsy King shot a 4 under 68 today. She wins the Tucson Open by 2 shots over Jan Stevenson. The start of the Major League Baseball season is just a little more than 2 weeks away. The Phillies and Pirates both have high hopes for this coming year. Today in Clearwater, both teams showed a lot of offense. Phillies got on the board first. This is Glenn Wilson drilling a home run off the scoreboard in left field. Wilson had 2 home runs on the day. Phillies had a 1-0 lead. Pirates eventually come back to take a 7-1 lead. Sid Bream with an RBI single right here. Sid, so far this spring, has a 10-game hitting streak. The Phils come back to tie it at 7. And then Chris James in the 6th inning, solo homer over the wall in center field. This made it 8-7. But the Pirates come back to tie it at 8. And then R.J. Reynolds will beat out an infield hit here to give the Pirates a 9-8 lead. And they go on to win it today by a final score of 11-8. And in Fort Lauderdale, it was the Yankees hosting the Orioles. Dave Winfield with a patented high, deep drive into left field. A 2-run shot here. This opened up a 6-2 lead for the Yankees. For the Orioles today, Jim Dwyer answered back with an impressive blast of his own, deep into the wind in right field. But the Yankees won it today by a final score of 11-5. Doug Wolfgang won today's Early Bird Championship at Williams Grove Speedway. Wolfgang won the 30-lap sprint car feature. He picked up $4,000 for the win. Barry Kemp was second and Kenny Adams was third. Penn National this afternoon, no race at all in the 7th and feature. Number 3, Bob's Boomer, pulls away to win it, pays $620, $340, and $260.
There's Boomer.
There's Boomer. I know it's 6 o'clock. I said maybe tonight at 11. I'll tell you.
Yeah, come on, fess up.
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
What a cop-out. That's unbelievable.
We'll get into it more later in the week.
All right,
I have
John.
a surprise, though, coming up tomorrow night. Somebody who's played both against Providence and Syracuse will make his prediction tomorrow night.
Ooh, right here.
Right here on Channel 27.
Okay, John. Just ahead on 27 News tonight, it was Children's Day at a local hospital.
Weight Watchers' new Quick Start Plus program has a surprise for you. This year, we're giving you even more freedom. Now, not only can you choose what you eat, you can choose how you exercise. Losing weight has never been easier. There's just one catch. You may have to buy yourself a new wardrobe.
Now join Weight Watchers Quick Start Plus for just $10. That's half off our regular price. Call 1-800-382-1308 today.
Captain Kidd's first visit to the New Jersey shore was no vacation. Legend has it that he came to hide some treasure, and perhaps a few crew members. But because the authorities were after him, he found it impossible to stay.
Today, some people still dig for buried treasure in New Jersey and find it impossible to leave. New Jersey and you, perfect together.
Lace up your sneakers and get on the ball. And get down to McDonald's for your favorite all-American meal, like a hot egg McMuffin sandwich, golden hash browns, regular juice or coffee. Or buy a sizzling all-beef quarter pounder with cheese, any size fries, and a medium Coke in this free commemorative cup. The cup celebrates the 10th anniversary of the McDonald's All-American High School basketball game. McDonald's All-American Meals. And don't forget the McDonald's All-American High School basketball game, April 12th at the Spectrum.
It's my new toy. You know, as a Buick dealer, I've got some pretty special cars to sell. And talk about special.
A special announcement from Buick. 3.9% APR financing from GMAC on LeSabres, Centuries, and on other selected Buicks. Or save up to $1,200 on options. Finance rates may vary depending on length of contract. 3.9% GMAC financing. Now at your Buick dealers.
So when are you coming in?
You're watching 27 News tonight with Jim Morris.
For many children, including John Reppitz, the hospital is not a favorite place to go. A hospital can seem like a strange and scary place to a child. But as Denise Downer reports, it doesn't have to be that way.
More than 100 parents and children toured the pediatrics wing of the Hershey Medical Center this afternoon. This was just one of several events during the open house. The staff says children are usually frightened of hospitals. The open house is designed to ease those fears.
There are a lot of fun things that happen in the hospital, like meeting other kids that have the same kind of illness or the same reason for being here, so they can work with those kinds of things. They can see what a doctor and nurse look like and see the different instruments that are used for kids and know that not everything hurts, that everything has a specific purpose.
Numerous children spent the afternoon playing and watching educational movies with their parents.
He will shine a light into your eyes and your ears. He'll also look into your mouth and use a tongue depressor.
This woman says she's glad she brought her 2 small children.
I think it's important because if they would ever need to come to the hospital, which hopefully they won't, it won't be a place that is so frightening to them.
Her 5-year-old daughter, Abby, seems to like it here.
Does it scare you at all?
Other children admit they disliked hospitals at first.
Well, every time I walk in here, it smells.
Does this visit help make you feel better about the hospital?
Yeah, because if I ever have a chance to go in, then I won't be so scared and stuff.
The people on this pediatrics floor say they try extra hard to make the children feel at home and to help them have fun during their hospital stay. It seems to be working because they say many of the small children want to come back. Denise Downer, 27 News, Hershey.
James T. Kirk, the captain of the Starship Enterprise, will not be born for nearly 250 years. But that has done nothing to prevent the planning of a birthday party for Kirk in his future hometown of Riverside, Iowa. Kirk's designated birthday, by the way, is March 26, 2228. Birthday party organizers chose the date to coincide with the birthdays this week of actors William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy of Star Trek fame. And that wraps up this edition of 27 News Tonight. For Janelle Stelson, John Repitz, and the rest of the news team, I'm Jim Morris. Live long and prosper.
Welcome to the WHTM Sunday Late Night Movie. Tonight, Amanda Blake stars as a wealthy widow who becomes an innocent target for murder in Betrayal.